Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel 4 brings a massive story arc to a rewarding conclusion, packed with rich lore and meaningful character growth. Battles stay engaging thanks to deep systems and smart party options, while the soundtrack adds weight to every major moment. The world is packed with callbacks that longtime fans will appreciate, yet the writing keeps emotional stakes clear and strong. It is a satisfying payoff that respects its journey and characters, rewarding patience with memorable scenes and thoughtful closure that lingers long.
Oh, we know what we gotta do. Then all that's left is to go.
Lay waste to the malevolent, lest the night prevail.
East 9 Monstrum Nox captivates with fast-paced combat, slick traversal mechanics, and a mysterious tale set within the shadowy city of Balduck. The unique abilities of the Monstrums make exploration incredibly fun, while the soundtrack fuels the action with adrenaline-pumping energy. Each character feels distinct, both in battle and personality, and the pacing keeps things fresh without dragging. An engaging adventure that hooks from the first chapter and keeps momentum all the way through. In Disgaea 6 Defiance of Destiny, join Zed on an incredible quest as he overcomes the odds and confronts a god of destruction. This captivating story mixes a dark yet happy storyline with intense tactical combat, bringing novel gameplay mechanics that will engage both new and returning players. Engage in epic fights with strong special strikes and a broad roster of friends at your disposal. With configurable options such as auto, retry, and replay, players of all skill levels may enjoy the game at their own speed.
Easily be put to death.
Right, let's do this!
Here I come!
On to the next one.
I will.
Labyrinth of Refrain. Coven of Dusk is a detailed and engaging dungeon crawler that keeps players invested with its complex maps and strategic combat. Turn-based battles require careful planning and thoughtful tactics, rewarding those who approach challenges methodically. Characters are memorable, each with unique traits, and the story unfolds with depth, drawing players into its world. With numerous secrets to uncover, challenging dungeons to navigate, this game is ideal for fans of classic RPGs looking for a rich, satisfying journey.
People are recorded as having died exploring the lab.
The Alliance Alive HD Remastered is a rich JRPG that invites players into a sprawling world filled with deep lore and strategic battles. The turn-based combat system requires thoughtful planning, rewarding those who enjoy tactical gameplay. Characters are well-developed, each with unique abilities and stories that add layers to the narrative. The soundtrack complements the mood perfectly, enhancing the sense of adventure. With its classic RPG roots and thoughtful design, this game provides many hours of engaging and rewarding gameplay. REYNATIS grips with intense action and a world full of mystery. Combat is engaging and keeps attention high, while exploration uncovers secrets that make every corner worth visiting. The story pulls players in, and the characters are intriguing, adding depth without slowing the pace. Each level encourages strategy and creativity, making progression satisfying. With its mix of challenges, puzzles, and dynamic encounters, this game keeps players fully engaged and makes every session exciting from the first moment to the last. Penny Punching Princess is an absolute riot of fun and strategy. Its mix of quirky humor, wacky characters, and inventive mechanics keeps every battle unpredictable and exciting. Leveling up and smashing through enemies while making choices that impact the kingdom is endlessly entertaining. The colorful visuals, energetic soundtrack, and over-the-top action match the chaotic, comedic tone perfectly. Fans of unique RPGs will find themselves laughing, planning, and punching their way through a truly unforgettable adventure. Phoenotopia Awakening glows with rich pixel art, an emotional soundtrack, and a deeply engaging world. Its mix of thoughtful puzzles, rewarding combat, and sprawling exploration keeps the journey compelling. The narrative unfolds with care, revealing a universe filled with lore and character. Boss fights challenge without feeling unfair, and every area feels hand-built with purpose. The pacing keeps things fresh, and the game's tone carries a quiet intensity that lingers long after the final scene.
Messes with their heads, so there's no way to know how
The Shin Mikado Academy has been converted into a fight between darkness and light, with the protagonist faced with the hard job of overcoming their own demons as well as the perils that surround them. Using its insidious tentacles, the sinister mist may drive people insane by distorting their senses and converting their worries into terrifying realities. To save their loved ones, the protagonist must strengthen their self-esteem and overcome the demons that torment them. Contracts established by pact bearers who have become receptacles of corruption.
My ego dictates that I do what I think is right.
A planet of lush vegetation, vibrant alien...
Crashlands is a fun mix of crafting, survival, and humor that feels surprisingly smooth to play. The game drops you into a colorful alien world where gathering materials, building bases, and fighting strange creatures never gets old. The writing is witty without being overdone, and the freedom to experiment with crafting keeps things engaging. Combat is simple but satisfying, and the constant sense of progress makes it hard to put down. It strikes a great balance between relaxing exploration and light challenge, making it a game worth coming back to. Poison Control is a thrilling ride through a world full of chaos and dark humor. The gameplay is inventive, combining action-packed combat with strategy that keeps every level engaging. Characters are quirky and memorable, each with unique traits that make battles unpredictable. Visuals are bold and colorful, creating a distinctive atmosphere that draws players in. Music and sound effects elevate the intensity, making each encounter exciting and immersive. Highly recommended for anyone seeking fun and unique gameplay. In this action-packed RPG, you command a floating castle and lead warriors into battle in a world plagued with miasma. The Exemplar's weapons capable of morphing into sentient warriors call the castle home. Lucian, a charismatic leader, finds an ancient tome that reveals the existence of these weapons. He and a revenant named Rowena establish an alliance to defeat Welkin's oppressive master. You play as the Master of Destiny, determining the fate of individuals through speech. The protagonist of the longest 5 minutes, a man who has confronted evil, arrives at the Demon King's stronghold. He is resolved to fight the evil and reclaim his memories, but he is engulfed in darkness, leaving him befuddled. His memories have been taken by amnesia, leaving him with a sense of urgency and unfinished work. He starts on a desperate search for them before they are forever lost. As he progresses deeper into the perilous realm, he encounters a variety of allies and opponents, each with their own goals and secrets. Frogun is a charming throwback to classic 3D platformers, built around a simple yet satisfying idea: a frog-shaped grappling gun. The levels are compact but cleverly designed, encouraging exploration, quick thinking, and precision jumps. Each stage has hidden collectibles that give a real reason to replay, and perfect runs feel rewarding. The colorful art style and playful tone keep things light, while the controls are tight enough to handle tricky sections. It's the kind of game that feels both nostalgic and fresh, in short bursts or longer sessions. Shalnor Silverwind Saga is a standout RPG with a gripping story that keeps players invested through each chapter. Combat is satisfying, featuring a wide range of skills and strategies that encourage experimentation and clever planning. The world is vast, with diverse regions to explore and memorable characters who add depth to the narrative. Side quests are meaningful and rewarding, giving extra layers to the journey. Every element works together to create a game that is both engaging and memorable, making it hard to put down. Adventure finds a new rhythm in this expansive sequel to a beloved fantasy tale. Shalnor Silverwind Saga 2 follows a young scout crossing a kingdom reshaped by ancient forces and rising shadows. Movement and combat feel rewarding, balancing brisk exploration with encounters that demand tactical awareness. Progression choices enable tailored abilities, while hidden grottos and optional objectives invite deviation from the main path. Clean, evocative art and a sweeping score sustain discovery. A refined role-playing title built on curiosity and care. Shalnor Legends 2: Trials of Thunder is a charming top-down action-adventure bursting with heart. The pixel art world is vibrant, packed with secrets, puzzles, and a nostalgic flair that captures classic RPG magic. Combat feels smooth and rewarding, while the soundtrack adds an enchanting atmosphere to each region explored. The story is simple yet engaging, encouraging exploration and experimentation with magical relics. A true gem for fans of retro-inspired adventures who crave that blend of mystery, action, and old-school wonder. Mad Rat Dead is a platformer action game in which players must pump a rat's heart in rhythm with music to keep it alive. Players progress through stages by matching their inputs to addictive songs. A sound test tool allows users to practice their inputs and become acquainted with levels. As players continue, they may unlock new music tracks and combine them with replayable stages of increasing difficulty levels. The game has a rewind button, allowing for limitless attempts to earn the maximum score. Visually, it mixes cartoon pictures with a punk aesthetic. Crimzon Clover World Explosion is an intense shoot-'em-up with explosive action and vibrant visuals. The gameplay is exhilarating, with multiple modes that keep players engaged and challenged. The bullet patterns are complex yet fair, demanding quick reflexes and strategic thinking. The soundtrack adds energy, perfectly complementing the chaotic battles. Its rewarding progression system encourages mastering each level for higher scores. This game is a thrilling test of skill that keeps adrenaline pumping. Danmaku Unlimited 3 is an exhilarating bullet hell shooter packed with dazzling visual flair and thrilling aerial combat. Enemy patterns are intense yet readable, keeping each encounter skill-based rather than overwhelming. The soundtrack pumps adrenaline with high-energy synths that sync perfectly with the on-screen chaos. Upgrading weapons feels satisfying, and chasing high scores becomes an addictive pursuit. This game nails that hypnotic arcade rush, making each session difficult to walk away from once things heat up. Rival Megagun is a wild, genre-bending twist on classic shoot-'em-ups. Instead of just dodging bullets, you're sending them back with a vengeance. The versus-style gameplay is insanely fun, letting you transform into a massive boss to crush your opponent. The pixel art pops with personality, and the thumping soundtrack keeps the energy high. Each character feels distinct, with unique weapons and styles that encourage experimentation. Whether playing solo or with a friend, it's a chaotic, fast-paced ride that keeps you coming back for just one more match. Yomawari, the Long Night Collection, invites players into a dark and eerie world where exploration and stealth take center stage. The atmosphere is deeply immersive, with detailed environments that evoke a sense of mystery and tension. The game's subtle storytelling through visuals and sound creates a mood that lingers long after playing. Navigating through shadows and avoiding dangers demands patience and strategy, making each moment feel meaningful. It's a memorable journey that rewards careful observation and courage in the face of the unknown. Yurukill the Calumniation games delivers a wild genre-blending experience that surprises at every turn. The mix of intense shoot-'em-up action and gripping visual novel storytelling creates a rhythm that's both thrilling and thought-provoking. Characters are rich with personality, and their dark pasts unravel in ways that hit hard. Twists land with impact, and the game isn't afraid to challenge the mind. Visually striking and narratively bold, it pulls the player into a twisted game of survival where every decision matters. A masterclass in creative risk-taking. Inukari Chase of Deception is a classic vintage platforming game that seeks to restore order and harmony in a world where humans have lost respect for animals. The game has 24 levels spread across 3 planets, rich pixel art images, exciting gameplay with a distinct tempo, seamless action and boss fights, and an uplifting 8-bit music. The game is intended to be fast-paced and exciting, with players rushing to acquire objects while defeating foes and bosses. Players must restore order and reconnect people with nature. Swords of Bones is a game inspired by classics from the 1980s and 1990s, delivering a traditional experience in which players go back in time fighting monsters, avoiding traps, and collecting power-ups and prizes. The game has 16-bit visuals that are evocative of classic genre treasures, as well as ambient chiptune music that contributes to the somber ambiance. The game has over 50 levels, 16-bit style graphics, collectible power-ups, fantastic bosses to vanquish, dramatic chiptune music, and 2 endings to explore. LA-MULANA 2 is a challenging and rewarding puzzle platformer that rewards curiosity and persistence. Its sprawling ruins are filled with devious traps, intricate puzzles, and hidden secrets that demand sharp thinking and careful exploration. The retro-inspired visuals carry a sense of mystery, while the atmospheric soundtrack heightens the feeling of ancient discovery. Combat is deliberate and satisfying, with each new area feeling like a victory earned. For those willing to dive deep, this adventure provides a sense of accomplishment few games can match. Fate Samurai Remnant surrounds its combat with stylish flair and strong character design. Slicing through foes feels satisfying, especially with dynamic servant abilities mid-battle. The Edo-era setting carries weight, filled with detailed environments and story beats that reward attention. Combat depth builds gradually, with each servant pairing adding new tactical layers. The soundtrack heightens tense duels, while visual novel-style segments ground the story. A solid entry that respects its source while offering something fresh in its structure and pacing. Wild Heart S feels bold and energetic, with thrilling hunts that reward planning and quick thinking. Massive beasts demand smart use of tools, clever positioning, and teamwork that feels rewarding. Combat feels weighty, weapons feel distinct, and each victory feels earned. The world has a strong identity, supported by striking creature designs and a sense of danger that keeps tension high. Progression stays satisfying, encouraging experimentation and mastery without losing momentum. Crafting systems add depth and keep battles fresh. Warriors Abyss is a fast-paced, stylish action game that offers non-stop thrills with a dark fantasy twist. The gameplay feels quick and forceful, with dazzling combinations and tough boss bouts that keep you on edge. Visually, the game captures the creepy mood with rich locations and disturbing soundtrack. Character advancement is pleasant, providing lots of flexibility without being overwhelming. It's easy to lose track of time as you slice through adversaries and acquire new skills. Fans of action-packed adventures will find much to like in this hidden gem. Dr. Rosaline and Dr. Watts are amazing doctors who allow patients to relive their lives in their thoughts. This new existence serves as the ultimate memory for patients on the verge of death, allowing them to pursue ambitions they never achieved throughout their lives. The plot focuses around their objective to realize the wish of an old man named Johnny who desires to travel to the moon. The physicians labor hard to untangle the complicated tapestry of Johnny's life, trying to figure out why he picked such a touching final wish. arcade adrenaline surges from the first explosive encounter. Metal Slug 3 places players in the boots of elite soldiers battling absurd enemy forces across branching war zones. Run-and-gun action moves at a relentless pace, demanding sharp reflexes and careful positioning amid dense projectile patterns. Multiple routes and vehicle transformations encourage repeat play, revealing new scenarios with each attempt. Detailed pixel art remains expressive, while the upbeat military score heightens intensity. A timeless action classic built for pure, skillful play.